Let's continue by putting these things. So separated this part from this part to filter assembly. What did they say? Air cleaner assembly. For GM, it's an air cleaner. It's not an air filter. So this thing pokes out that way. So let's put it in. So let's see here. This disconnected. That goes down in there nicely. All right, then let's see. How does? Looks like this must go on the other side of this water thingamajig. I remember taking this thing out. Hell hath no fury sort of situation, man. That thing did not want to come out of there. Was not cooperating. All right, so now that that's there, let's start this. These tubes are in the way, plus I managed to put this guy in the way. There we go. It's a narrow space down in here for this to come out. This guy come around this way here. Let's see now. need to come through this piece here, or does it come? Because it actually does look like. Lots of cables and so forth. Take this, pull that screw out, or bolt out right there. Grab up all the tools. Put them on a table since we'll need them. We'll be coming back to these time and again. Is that the 10? That's the 10. Is that a 10? That is a 10. I want to see if we can get a that go down on that. One thing we don't want to do is get this air cleaner assembly situated in here and installed and locked down, and then we can't then there's some sort of cable or something that needs to be pulled around something. All right, so that's this is lined up and snapped in. Another piece lined up. Then we're going to put this bolt in. And use power and a little bit of finesse to lock her in place. There, that's locked in. Now, this piece needs to be fastened back in here. Hopefully I can do that. If I can't fasten this piece in here, then it looks like I'm going to be able to, but I thought if I can't fasten this piece in here, then I'm going to have to take this whole assembly out, fasten the piece in, and then put the assembly back in. But it looks like that's not going to be a problem. First, find out where. All right, there's a screw hole, and this is where it goes. Managed to put this tool right where my face needs to be. Okay. I think this. Definitely don't want to sit on that. Too high up. All right, want to see our. I'll be able to get in here and get a look at what's going on here. Yep, I think that this water reservoir tank, water tank or whatever, needs to come out. So I can reach inside and grab that one piece. No, it's not going to give me a break on that. I'm going to have to unplug this. Nope, that's not going to work either. I can unplug this. The whole tank out, set it here so we have some space to work with. Now, I've got not cables, well, I do have one cable here. I honestly don't believe this needs to be sticking out here. Probably needs to be inside. There's no telling until we get the front bumper on. Let's take a look in there. Oh, I see. There's a nub sticking out right down there. Where's my hand in the camera? This nub sticking out right here. That's where this guy goes. There's a piece of rubber that belongs in here, and that piece of rubber is probably long gone. Alright, so let's push this in here. But it does mean that this piece goes behind these. It goes behind these whatever these things are called. They're transmission fluid cooler lines. Reach around there. Well, that's a long reach. thought getting that back in there would be easier than getting it out. It looks like it's just as difficult to get in there as it is to get it out. I don't really want to hook that on yet. Not until we get this. Whatever this thing is, plugged, pushed in. Because if this won't go in easily, I'm taking this whole assembly back out of here, plugging this thing in, and then putting this thing back in. Okay, forget it. Let's take this assembly back out. Not just plugs in there, I mean, it's just there. Which way did that come out? Okay, came out on that side. What do we have here? Okay, let's pull this out here, and that's in the way. There's another cable. Arbitrary piece of wire, just kind of in the way, holding everything up. Now we've got all these wires out of the way. Well, it's too tight to even get my hand down in there. in. And this is on. Let's get one piece of this guy. Fastened. He's fastened in. That's fastened down more or less. This is not going to be fastened. He's going to just remain a little bit loose because I lost a rubber piece, and that thing may have just come out and then been long gone long ago. Let's see if we can find a piece that hangs down here. That's the hole. This is where it goes, where it hooks on. This thing about popped out of here again. Okay. Putting that bolt in was premature. This is too long. This air cleaner thing needs to go around behind these cooling lines. That should be turned sideways. That guy. This needs to snap into this, not sit on top of it. So I'm going to take that bolt out. Take that nut out. See if that takes a 13. It does. Looks like there are two hoses that can come through this guy, but maybe don't. Maybe there's only For the design, it's only one. Oh, and I just did all of that, and I pulled this out to get this. Try and get this. Take that out one more time. This here. Got to be a little bit higher here to hold this together and turn the. See if we got all three pieces lined up. No, we don't. That's there. This is here. Okay, now can we nail this down? Look out here. Wondered peradventure we could find that rubber piece, which would make this pretty solid, but we can't, so. Yep. So, oh, way up there. was going in there. Oh, wrong size. That's in. This is not tight. Let's see if I can get a screw. That's not the right screw, but I know what this is. That's for my fuel gauge, my fuel thing. Now with that in, we can hook this, I think we're gonna, yeah, we can hook up the fuel line now. And these intake hoses. Hook that hose up. Put this that on where it belongs. PVC cover, PVC plug. I don't know this for sure, but I am pretty convinced that that goes in here. Just don't know where this goes. As many different ways as I've turned this thing, and many different times I've looked for what this is and where it goes. I've not found it, but I just believe that that goes right there. But I am not seeing, well, there's the other screw I was looking for. Back here. This plugs into something here, and it is not obvious where it goes for as many different ways as this will turn. It does plug onto something back in here. Take this off. Set it down. We're going to get our air cleaner filter, which is what did I do with that thing that fast? Oh, it's over there.
What's up? Is that air filter?
Yeah. Thank you. I guess this can go in. There is no upside down for this thing, so whichever way it fits in there is how it goes. There is something that this guy hooks onto, so let me take a quick look in our book. How we doing on time?
You're about 35, 40 minutes in.
Okay. Just let me know when we got, about 5 minutes before we need to.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I think I see where it goes. Way back there. Is that long enough? Looks like it could be. Piece that this guy has a hole in it, and it seems to fit that guy, this hose. See if my view gets me back there. Yeah, it's way back there, and you could just see my hand. Go down on there and clip right in, and that is just where it goes too. Look at that. Fits on there beautifully. Beautifully. Now we got this electric plug that is not plugging. I do not see where that goes, so there is something that this guy plugs into. It's not clear where it plugs. See if it plugs into the back of the air filter compartment, the top of this air filter gizmo. See what plugs in there. Oh, nope, I don't see anything that guy plugs into, and I need to find that. Yes, sir, I need to find that plug. All right, let's put this guy back on. Come on. Ah, shoot. One of the things that is a real challenge with putting, when you get this late in the game and you're hooking stuff up, is that some of these, these tubes and you got tubes and hoses, and the tube and the hose combo makes for a real danger for your not just your knuckles, but your skin getting kind of scraped off when one of those things gives way. All right.
You got about 5 minutes left.
All right. One of those things gives way, and then you scrape your finger right up against that. This can only go so far, so there's only so many places it can plug in. Does it plug in? Wait, does that plug in back on there? It's only so far it can go, so. And that's where it plugs in. All right, so let's see. Where? Where can this hook on? Not this guy, but this. Where can this hook on? Plug in to the air box. Clip on, that is, not plug in, but clip on to the air box. Where can it clip on? The instructions for removing this air box said unclip the hood release cable from the air box. No, that's not it. So this air release cable is clipped into that air box. It clips into the air box someplace, but it's not obvious where it clips on. So we're going to go ahead and call it on this hour, but we've still got to put this water cleaner reservoir back in. We took it out to get the air box in. And we'll put that on, put the air box on, figure out how to clip this hood release back where it belongs. And now that I believe we've got all the plugs plugged in here, there is the question of where does this guy plug in? So we'll have to figure that out. But by the time once we figure out all of these things, all of these questions, we'll have all of the plugs plugged in, all of the hoses connected, all of the pipes hooked to whatever ends they go on. And I think we can start we could start putting in our fluids. We'll call the bumper installed, because we can't really well, no, I guess we can go ahead and put this front bumper on to the car, and that'll be the next big step. We'll put these pieces back on, then we'll put the big bumper onto the car, and that's when we'll start to put in the fluids and recharge everything. All right, here we go. Let's put these. Okay, we've got that hooked up. Let's go ahead and plug this guy in, hopefully for the final time in this series. And, I don't think I ever figured out where that plug goes, but I gotta figure out where this guy goes. So I'm gonna have to look this up. I have to look this up, and I'm gonna have to look it up on camera. Okay, find the washer. Washer, low washer fluid and nozzle replacement, pump replacement, solvent container sensor, solvent container replacement. Okay, washer, hose, windshield washer. All right, let's look up 4429. Let's see if we can find the washer and see where it connects on the other end. Oh, okay. Take a quick look at this. That connector may go into the hood, which is why I can't find it. And it does. There's the connector end. All right, well, that explains where this goes. Real nice. And let's connect up the computer. Put that in place. Snap down our plugs, our computer plugs. And let's put our the top on our air cleaner. And these guys put screws, they put screws back in the back corners and under stuff that you just wonder, do they even like their customers? What are they doing? All right, so let's see, let's find one of those little star screw heads. Looks a little bit too small. Try one size bigger. That will do. That's not long enough. And that is all of them. As that guy went in, as those screws went in, this connector thing here went on. We can also plug in this sensor, whatever that thing is, and tighten down our tighten these guys on. It's too big. And if this doesn't work, then we're going to have to use screwdrivers. Okay. There, it's all nice and tight. Cleanest part of this whole job is way down in there somewhere at the engine. All right, so got that all placed, so let's put this reservoir back on. Hopefully, just hopefully, when we put the reservoir on, we don't find that we got to take the this air cleaner out. Let this air cleaner top off of here. And good, we don't have to take the air cleaner off. Boy, was that. The horn in this car seems way too loud to be blowing right at the water reservoir. I guess that doesn't matter much. This horn is really, really loud. Let's get our tin. Get away, grab the tin, take this long one out, grab the medium sized one. Just reach under here and find that screw. Plug this on there. And plug all these back in. Nice. That will not go. So, though it doesn't matter at all, plug the black one on this side, plug the white one. Well, where does this plug in? These two. I think these, I don't know where this plugs in. Maybe it hooks on to something, but I think these plug into the, hoping that these plug in to the bumper. Let's take a look at the other side. If we have an equal number just hanging out here. Nope, we've only got one hanging out here. One of these. So this guy is supposed to plug into something. That should stay clean. And I would expect that it plugs into something that is green. All right, let's grab that bumper. Now that I think we've got everything connected in here. Okay, I see where that plugs in. I see that other plug over there. Let's take it over here. Oh. Which still leaves that light colored plug there. Give me a second here. I need to brush this out just to get rid of any little critter friends that might have made their home in this thing, and I don't want to find them while we're in the middle of putting this bumper on. There was a critter friend and he died. Okay, since I don't see any, I only see 2 plugs here. So that green plug goes somewhere in here. Somewhere inside, somewhere on the bumper. One last plug left to go in. There's where a plug belongs. It just may be where it goes. Let's see. I'm gonna have to route this back out. Well, this sure does seem like it's seems like it should be out here, outside, but I guess not. In fact, maybe not this one, but this. Well, this screws on someplace. It could be this piece right here may screw onto a bumper because it looks like some sort of ground. You certainly want to ground everything. We having trouble with something?
Yeah, you're.
Somehow, I think this app just crashed. Okay, but
On your phone?
yeah, it's running now.
Oh, okay. Both at the same time. No, both iPhones going down at the same time.
Yes. Yeah, must have been must be something with the app set up with the app. Okay. All right, we got that one down here. We also have this going down here as well. Now let's find where these cables, these wires can come out, not get caught up somewhere where they can not get somewhere where they can get caught up in a fan. So I'm going to assume that they come down around the outside here. It comes all the way around here and plugs in right around here. Okay, that's that plugs. That's for the lights, the fog lights. This is for well, I know it's for I know it's for something may not be on this side, but there's going to be a hole somewhere that takes this screw. There means a hole somewhere that takes this screw. And it may not be right here, but it's over here somewhere. Into something. Obviously. And somewhere over in here. Round back up off. Over in here. Let's get down on the floor and see what we can find. Let's also get some extra light. Find her. Look about here. Yeah, it's not there, it's not there. It's somewhere that was exposed to outdoors because it's rusty. Assuming it's on this side because all this wiring lands on this side, but I better unplug this. Oh boy. But I want the wire that's, this wiring that's coming down through here. I don't want it wrapping around these cooling hoses, because these things might get pretty hot. I apologize for the camera view. There's just really not a way to wish there was a way to get this get a better view. Really come way out here, and yeah, see it plugs in right there. There doesn't seem to be any place to. There just doesn't seem to be any place to hook any of this. Oh boy. Well, this is a ground wire, so we need to ground it somewhere. But there's an official place for this ground wire. And I really need to find where it goes. just have it just hanging out up in here somewhere. Okay. Besides where that guy screws in, that was the last of the plugs. So I'm gonna pull this back out, see if maybe it screws into this front bumper. There's not any place that is really obvious that it screws in. Plus, this bumper is plastic, and that bolt needs something metal because it is a ground. All right. Well, I'm afraid once I put that bumper on, it's going to be a lot harder to figure that out. But let me see how this bumper will go on. I mean, how it'll fit, and see if I need some assistance getting it on there. Okay, so that's there, that's that. We need a screwdriver. How are we doing on time?
You got about 15 minutes left.
Okay. Got the screwdriver. Oh, I'm gonna use that one. That one's too fat. It's a flathead. Flathead. Oh, there we go. Okay. The screwdriver's too pointy. Lots of flathead screwdriver. That one's likely too small, and this one is too fat. All the way down to the end, you can't find a proper screwdriver. You'd think these guys wouldn't make so many flathead screwdrivers. It's not like we need that many. Let's just use this. This guy's got all these, if I can use this one, it's got all these different screwdriver heads in it. Spray some of this blaster on here. Critter chaser. Okay. Yeah, Critter Chaser works wonders on rusty screws. Now it's hard to believe that this whole bumper is held well. I guess it's not. Let me go ahead and spray some of this Critter Chaser on this. On these screws. Oh. Some of these screws were some of them split and broke. So there's 3 here, and there is there used to be 3 here, but these just tore right out of the, they didn't even, and that one broke off completely. Let's see if there is. There is not. That sure is friendly how that goes right back on there. Let's see. Okay, so that covers that covers all the access to wherever that grounding screw goes. So I've got to find that grounding screw, get it, grounding screw hole or a good substitute, and put that on before putting this bumper on. And with that bumper in, I'm also going to need to find some more screws to hold this thing together. And see, okay, yeah, okay, that's where those go. And tie this down. But once we do that, then we'll have this front bumper on, plug it in. We should be good to go with that. So I'm going to go ahead and take these screws out. Now that I know how this bumper is going to fit on here. We'll go ahead and break now, and when we come back, we'll finish putting this bumper on. All right, so let's put this bumper on. Screw there. Screw there. Screw there. And one here. Just grab a screwdriver. Tighten these down. These screws are so shallow, so you gotta kind of press down into them. screw heads are so shallow. I'm going from outside to inside. Just so that it's a little more even going on. We got some bolts needed here, which I don't have. I know I don't have any bolts for that. All right, let's go ahead and snap this on. Well, before we do that, before we snap anything on, let's look under the underside, get some light on in here. Okay, I can't sit, so let's kneel. Reach in here and get these bolts out. Get this bolt out. There's my hole. Let's line up these two holes. Lined up. This bolt is so long. Kind of doubting that it's the right one, but it does fit. It's just so long. Yeah, I think this one is just too long. So it's not the right one. Let's grab another bolt, put it in there. And let's grab our ratchet. There's our power drill and ratchet. What did I do with that thing that fast? Yeah. I have managed to put a tool down and put two tools down and misplace both of them. What could I, okay. This is the tool I was, one of the tools I was looking for. And there's the ratchet. it up. Well, if I could get two hands in here, it would be a little bit easier. Might even be a lot easier. Okay, that was in there nice and tight. Let's get a screw in this corner here. Okay, the kids and on this, I've got to get in here and take a look. See where that screw goes. There, we got that side locked in. Let's go around here. So, snap this in place. Oh, I know it's going to be kind of hard to do that when you. Let's see here. another tool to get that out. That screw head is so small. It's going to take something like some pliers to get that out, or an adjustable wrench. Let's use some pliers to get it out. Replace it with a bigger, thicker screw. Now we can snap this in. And inside here, we're going to go ahead and well, I'm a little short on light over here. So let me get some light. And let's find our hole here and get it into our brace. Get the screw into the brace. Just get it started, it'll pull itself up to the right spot. Let me get this. Okay, this is really in the way, so let's go ahead and plug that together. Where does that connect? Well, I don't think it connects like that. No, I don't see where it connects, honestly. going in nicely, and then turned it the wrong way. And I need 2 hands. Really need 3 hands. Okay, that screw is not big enough. So let me grab a bigger bolt. This will do the trick and get us going. Turning that bolt, and it's not going down in there. Now it is. Put this one in. screw back in there for the liner when it's time for the liner to go in. And that, I'm going to plug in the other side, and this bumper will be installed. Oh, that's not screws. That's where the cover goes. We'll have that bumper installed, and I'm going to put that cover on. Here, let's plug in our power. And again, I don't have any light over here. And rather than go get a light, I'm just going to plug this in. There, we got power on both sides. Put this fascia on the engine cover. First, well, I was going to switch it off, but there's no need for that. That here goes there. Goes there. And we've got some see if these fasteners will fasten this on. Fasten that in there. And that fastened that in there. That didn't fasten. It will. My fingers are getting a little tired. There must be some kind of tool that you can use to fasten those down in there. But, you know, if all you've got is a nail, you got is a hammer. Here's one. And one more. Oh, I jumped the gun, but this is all in. We've got all of this in. I still need to put coolant in here, which means I need to pop these off. I need to pop this back off, but we're going to go ahead and stop here because we've got the bumper on. The engine's completely in. Everything on this car has been repaired, and the next time we film, we're going to be starting this thing up. So we'll see you next time.